Hello to my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. Oh, excuse me. I need to drink more water. Hello to my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another beautiful video. So my topic today is going to be about be a good friend. God, this is such a big thing, you know. So what I mean by a good friend is like knowing when to be there for someone. You know, if you consider someone a friend, know when to be there for them, know when to make an effort to grow your relationship, be present in each other's life. I'm not saying that you have to be there every single day, but if it's like the mindset of a friendship that is long term, you know, like you guys grow old together. It's not those type of fake friendship that it's like it's only convenient that you want to get something out of someone, or it's only for like 2 months and it's like you move on to someone else. No, genuine friendship is really being there for someone, loving them, accepting them, helping them. You guys growing together, doing things together, creating everlasting memories, cherishing each other, not being so willing to throw people out or discard people like they're garbage when they're not. You know what I'm saying? A good friend is very hard to come by nowadays, you know, especially this time. It was easier maybe back then, but it's harder now. And I feel like the generations that came after me, they wasn't taught what real friendship was. They wasn't taught what real loyalty is. Because back in my day, you know, as me per se, when I say I'm your friend, I'm your friend. Like I'm there through thick and thin, hell or high water. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this work. I have your back. We're making sure we good. You know, like if you need something, I got it for you, or vice versa. Like it was never none of this fake nonsense or being selfish or discarding people or judging someone because they're not doing a certain kind of thing that you're interested in. And you know, and that's what I've seen too, you know, and I make this very clear, like in my videos, and this might hurt a couple people, but reality is reality. You know, there's a lot of friendship that was developed just because you was drinking, smoking, partying, doing all this craziness. But when it comes to like, you know, friendship, when it comes to like building goals and dreams, building yourself up, accomplishing things together, doing incredible things together, it's like nobody's around. It's just like, oh, you're crazy if you're trying to like actually build a real friendship. I'm like, what? I'm like, what kind of logic is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about a real friendship. A real friendship is someone who will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and someone who always have your genuine interest in their heart. They want the best for you, and I feel like a lot of people never had that growing up. So when they are introduced or blessed with someone like that, they don't know how to go about it because they're still in that kind of immature mentality. You know what I'm saying? They're still kind of in that mindset, like, okay, like, you know, instead of being genuine or honest or talking to your friend, especially like if you have a friend for many years, you know what I'm saying, and you have to learn how to be transparent with your friend, being honest, you know. So it's like basically, you know, like if I'm your friend, I'd be like, oh, you know, how's your day going, but you kind of like play it off. That's a red flag for me, because it's like, well, this is not like you. I'm like, are you sure? Like, let's talk about it, you know, because I'm not gonna judge you. You are my friend. I do care about you, so we really need to figure this out. Let's talk about it. That's a real friend, you know, not those type of people that be like, they know something's up, but they be like, I don't got time for all that, da, 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 make all the excuses in the world, and then they wonder why they don't have real friends or real people or real relationships in their life. You get what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like you attract who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. If you want something new, you have to become someone new. You have to become basically what you're trying to attract, because that's just how it is. That's just how it works. You know, you can't be a hole and then really be expecting to be blessed with good people, good relationship, good blessings in your life. No, you end up attracting the same kind of person like you. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is something really, really big and important, because friendship is such a beautiful and incredible blessing from God. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't understand why people make it seem like somehow that being a real friend is a bad thing, or letting, like, I guess certain experiences keep someone from being a real friend to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you have to be that kind of friend that is real truthful, real honest, genuine, is being there for your friends. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I had to learn to myself. Like, I'm not saying I always been a great friend, but me being a great friend sometimes kind of backfired because the people that I was trying to give my loyalty to, that they didn't even understand what loyalty was. They didn't understand what self-respect was. They didn't understand what boundary was. They didn't understand the type of friend they had. You know what I'm saying? And it's honestly sad that people wait to lose something precious to finally figure out what they had. You know, you never want to be in that predicament that you know that it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Because once a good person gets tired, and they're like, once they say they're done, I mean they're done. Like they're never coming back. Like they are done. Like it's like exclamation point period done. Like you never knew me, type of thing. Because good people, good friendship, genuinity, those people know their truth and they know their worth. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So once they know what they bring to the table, and you're not appreciating that, once they leave, they're good. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You gotta be very careful how you treat people, because you don't really want to lose a real friend. You know what I'm saying? Because real friendship is hard to come by. Genuinity is hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by, like, in my point of view of a real friend. Like, I'm there for you. If you need me, we could talk about it. It could be 3 in the morning. Like, that's what real friendship does. Because I don't look at you as just like another person. I look at you like my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by my friendship. Like, I'm looking at it like long term. Like, we gonna grow together. Like, we gonna look back in our life and be like, oh, remember? And, you know, not this kind of weird friendship that it's like, oh, we was cool when we was, you know, back in high school. But then, you know, all these years later, it's like, it's once in a blue I heard from you, or I seen you, and that's it. Like, that's not a friendship. You know, that's an association. That's an acquaintanceship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not real friendship. Real friendship is like we meet up from time to time. And, you know, in between like a year time frame, just like a couple times we meet up. We celebrate holidays together. We go on vacations together. We working things together, having fun and growing together. Not this kind of absent and then be like, oh yeah, we real friends. I'm like, well, I mean, in my eyes, we're not friends anymore. I mean, like, that's not a friendship to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're just gonna come in and out of my life whenever you feel like it, once in a blue moon, then that's not a friendship. You're just an acquaintance. And I'm sorry if that hurt your feeling, but that's just keeping it real. That's not my definition of a friendship. I know what to bring to the table. So, you know, if you're not bringing the same energy, the same thing, then I don't know what how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the key is to always be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people may not know. So it's always good to talk about certain things. And also, coming into a new friendship, know your standards and your boundaries, you know, and make that very clear to that person. Like, once you know your truth and your worth, you don't tolerate the nonsense or bull, because our time is precious. We got goals to acquire, goals to achieve, life to live. We don't got time to be wasting with people that want to keep playing these childish games for whatever the reason may be. So remember that, and understand this, that a friendship is it's a long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes two to make it work and grow and be honest with each other and actually want the best for each other and not take each other for granted. You know what I'm saying? It's not always like, oh, when you need something. No, it's like, do you genuinely love being around that person? Like, you genuinely care for these people. And I feel like there's a lot of people that have beautiful hearts and hearts of gold, and other people see that and they take advantage of a friend like that. They take advantage of someone's sincerity, honestly, you know, or their given nature, you know, and it's just like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't like if someone played you. You know, you wouldn't like if someone used you for whatever you got and then left you high and dry. How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't like that, would you? You know, you wouldn't like being left out in the cold, being played, being used, and then trying to have, and then this whole mentality of like, oh, it's your fault and not theirs. Like, this whole manipulation as well. Like, what? Absolutely not. I was like, if you want to play games, you can pick up a chessboard and have fun, but you're not gonna be playing games with me. I'm gonna let you know first and foremost, because if you think you're playing me, you're playing yourself at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, there's a cost and a price to have you and to lose you. You know what I'm saying? And it takes time, and it takes effort to keep you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't treat people as they're like garbage or disposable items when they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because you will regret treating a good friend like crap when you are surrounded by crappy friends. You understand what I'm telling you? You end up appreciating that later on in your life, and that's honestly the saddest thing, because it's like, why wouldn't you appreciate something that God gave you that's a blessing to you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, would you like it if someone treated your parents like that or your kids like that? Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. So that's what I mean about being like a real friend. This is like a big thing, and I just hope that everybody takes time to really go inventory of all the people they're hanging out with or they consider their friend, and really begin to talk about that. Begin to ask yourself those hard questions, like, Is this a beneficial friendship? Where are we going in our friendship? If this is just because I need them for something, like really be transparent with yourself, so that way you can begin to become that beautiful person. Because if you realize, oh, I only come around because I'm trying to use this person, da da da, and that's something you need to correct within yourself and ask God for forgiveness. It's not about using people, but about helping people. We need to get back to that reality, because as you can see, the world for some reason is shifting in such a way that it's beginning to detach itself from humanity, from like the substance of reality. Like people are living in la la land, and they're thinking, and that's cool, But then you're going down the destructive path, and it's like you're so oblivious to it that you don't know where you're even going, and it's honestly a scary and sad thing, because the generations that coming after us, they are our future. What I'm saying? Not only us, but they are too, and their kids, and in the next generation. So if we don't do what we need to do now in order to help establish those morals, those standards, that truth of humanity, then humanity will forever be lost to the ignorance of the reality of the world. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to really be conscious of how we treat everybody. Because we are leaving a piece of us with them, that imprint, that impression. You may not see that person ever again, but that imprint will always exist in that person. You know what I'm saying? Because you came in contact with that person. But there's so much more I want to talk about, but I can't make my videos too long. But but just be a real friend, a genuine friend, a friendship that you can grow old with, and stop using people, and stop making excuses, and stop doing all this extraness, because it's like you wouldn't like if somebody did that to you or your family. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, all my videos, I love you. God bless you. I thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Share. Let's take the world by storm. You already know. And remember to be a good friend. If you don't know how to be a good friend, then, there's videos, there's books. Also, there's prayer. God will help you to be the kind of person He needs you to be in order to be a blessing and to receive your blessings in your life. Until my next one. Peace.